The taxi stopped at the foot of the long, winding driveway. Laura stepped out, clutching her coat tighter around her body as the wind howled through the gnarled trees. Blackwood Manor loomed ahead, its Gothic architecture casting long shadows under the pale moonlight. She had inherited the house from her late aunt, a woman she barely knew. The villagers in town had whispered warnings, speaking of strange disappearances and ghostly sightings. But Laura was a woman of reason. She didn't believe in folklore or ghost stories. The front door creaked as she pushed it open. Inside, dust clung to the furniture, and a chandelier swayed slightly despite the absence of a breeze. The air carried a damp, musty scent, tinged with something metallic. Shaking off the unease creeping up her spine, she set her suitcase down and decided to explore. As she ascended the grand staircase, she noticed a portrait hanging at the end of the hallway. A woman with piercing gray eyes and a stern expression. The nameplate below read, Margaret Blackwood. Laura shuddered. The woman looked uncannily like her. That night, she was awakened by whispers. At first, she thought it was the wind, but the voices grew louder, urgent, insistent. Laura sat up, heart pounding. The room was eerily silent. Then she saw it. A shadow standing at the foot of her bed. It had no discernible features, just a mass of darkness. Yet she could feel it watching her. Frozen in terror, she tried to scream, but no sound escaped her lips. The shadow moved closer. A cold breath ghosted over her ear, and a voice rasped, "Leave." Morning came, but the dread didn't fade. Laura scoured the library, searching for any record of the house's past. She found a dusty journal belonging to her aunt. The entries spoke of nightmares, of seeing the same shadow, of hearing the same whispered warnings. And then the final entry. Margaret wants me gone. I see her in the mirror, in the dark corners of the room. She won't let me stay. She won't let anyone stay. A crash from upstairs sent Laura running. She reached her bedroom to find the mirror shattered, shards littering the floor. In the largest piece, her reflection didn't mimic her. It stood still, its eyes shifting, watching. Then it smiled. The air turned ice cold. Footsteps echoed behind her, though she was alone. A breath against her neck. You should have listened. The door slammed shut. Laura never left Blackwood Manor. When the villagers checked on her weeks later, they found the house empty, except for a new portrait hanging in the hallway. A woman with piercing gray eyes and a knowing smile. And in the reflection of the cracked mirror, a shadow watched and waited.